This is the ChloeSmiles video blog. February 28th, 2017 is the date. It's a Tuesday. Last year I made this video blog on February 29th, which is a leap year date because, as we all know, February only has 28 days usually. It's been about a month since my last post. I posted on January 1st, 2017, when we were all so optimistic. And we were just like, yes, 2017, everything is going to be so good. I'm not going to really get into it, but there's a lot going on in the world right now, huh? Yeah, about that. The first thing that I want to say is that every single human being is a human being. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter where you're from. All that matters is that we should be looking out for each other and helping each other and treating people the way that we'd want to be treated. I've said this so many times. Treat people how you want them to treat you. Literally, it's so simple. We learn it when we're little, and somewhere along the way we forget. So that's all I'm going to say about that. What I wanted to talk to you guys about for this month, I know usually you guys tune in and you watch this and you think, this girl is nuts. Like, her energy and just positivity is through the roof. She is just, riding unicorns around all day, chasing rainbows. And honestly, the past few months, I've kind of come down from that Cloud9 experience and mentality. And I think now more than ever I can relate to a lot more of you, because I now know a lot of those not so happy feelings, that you go through. I think for so long I was really disconnected from, feeling, you have good and bad days, but there's things that just kind of eat away at you. And it's like there's this consistency and you're like, oh, when are things going to change? When are things going to get better? And honestly, sometimes they just don't, or sometimes they take a lot longer than you think. And I can relate to that now. Because truthfully, not every day is full of sunshine and rainbows. And I know this is the ChloeSmiles video blog, and I promise that I have a positive point to make here. But, for anyone who's watched this in the past, or even if it's the first time that you're watching this, I want you to know that I'm with you in terms of how you feel and what you're going through. And, maybe we haven't experienced the same things exactly, but I want to let you know that, there are days when I wake up as well and I'm like, I wish that, there was this thing happening that would make my life so much better, or, I wish I had this thing to look forward to, but I don't. So I'm with you there. And one of the things that I've thought a lot about, the past few months, coming off of this just, I don't even know how long, years of being so genuinely just happy about everything. One of the things that I think really help when you're feeling down, or when things just kind of seem like they're not the absolute best they could be, write down what you're grateful for. That's really been super helpful for me, and I encourage you to do that, because even if you are in a situation that feels like the absolute worst possible situation that you could be in, there's always something to be grateful for. I actually have a calendar, and it has, all these dates on it, as calendars usually do. But in the dates, instead of writing what I'm doing or where I'm going or my appointments, I put down what I was grateful for that day, or what, I always do it from the future or from the present, looking back. That sounds silly, but that's what I do. And you write down what you're grateful for, and you start to see that there are things that are worth living for. There are things that are worth waking up every day and feeling so happy and so positive because you have them. Even if they're the smallest thing, it's things like that that make you feel like there's more, I guess, to look forward to. There's more to just life and the magic of it. Another really important thing that, I want to just really encourage you guys, or talk about a little bit, is that the quote, if you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. I think for so many years, I've been probably the best version of myself. And I think, the past few months, I'm not saying it's terrible at all, but I know it, and I'm sure people who know me, or if you're watching this for the first time, you're like, she's nuts. But I know that I'm not, and I haven't been at my absolute best. And it's something that I'll openly acknowledge it, because I think it's important to do that. But one of the things that really have made the past few months so amazing are the people in my life who have always been there, but who really have stepped up to the plate to check in and just say, how are you doing today? Or what's the situation like now? And just everything like that. So if you have these people in your life who seem kind of off, like, oh my gosh, they're usually so different. What's going on? Just be there. Sometimes you can sit in a room and not even say one single word to each other, just having somebody present, knowing that you can count on somebody, because people are going to let you down. Truthfully, that's life. People let you down. People leave. People do things that are out of character that you don't see coming. But it's when you have the people who, stay in character and continue to just make you feel so good and be there, that you realize, people are good. And sometimes we're all a little bit off. And we can't help it. That's just life. Things happen. There are so many circumstances going on in every single person's life that we don't know about all the time. And so we just have to really remember that and think about that. And, be grateful for the things that you can be grateful for. I know I've said it so many times, but there's just all of these podcasts out there right now, and I'm a huge podcast advocate. I listen to Lewis House School of Greatness. I listen to the TED Talks. I listen to the Lady Gang. There's so many different outlets where you can go to find positivity, where you can go to find people just like you and I talking about their story and saying, what they did to get out of certain situations, or what they did to get into certain situations. So just know that you're never alone, because what I've learned is that there are going to be so many times when you feel alone. You can live in a city like Los Angeles, and you can feel like, why am I by myself all the time? But truthfully, you have so much more control in your life than I think any of us truly think we have. So go out there and chase what makes you happy. Chase what makes you come alive. We need to be doing things that make us come alive. And unite with those people who make you feel so good about everything. And I think that's the first step. And sometimes you're going to be off, and you're going to say, you're watching this and you're like, well, I've tried that and I still don't feel like myself, because I've been there. But you have to keep going. So just keep doing that. I say this every single time, but keep going. You have to just keep fighting on, and don't give up, and don't let them get you down. And, just really focus on the things that are planted in your heart and that are in your core and just in your soul that make you feel like this makes everything worth it. And hold on to that. Don't ever, ever, ever let anybody take away your magic. Don't ever let anybody, hold something against you or make you feel like you don't fit in, or like you don't belong, or you're not good enough, or you couldn't do it. Because opportunity is a big part of just everything. And maybe you're in a situation where you don't have those opportunities right now, but there's no way that you can predict if that opportunity will be there down the road. You have to trust the timing of your life, and have faith in yourself, and have faith in other people, and continue to see the good in, every situation as much as you can. And I think that will really help. So I'll continue giving you guys my pointers. But until my next video, keep smiling, shine bright, and stay beautiful.